welcome to another episode of Alpha Intuition Podcast. I'm going to help you guys to become the CEO of your life. I'm your host, Keisha L. Blair, #1 life balancing coach and certified extreme execution coach. And if this is your first time watching, please make sure that you like and subscribe and also hit that notification button so you can get notified when we drop new episodes, which is normally every Saturday at 6 a.m. Now, today, you guys, I want to talk to you about my own journey of learning and transformation. And I want to talk to you about my weight loss journey. So my special guest today is actually me. Um, and I have lost 72 pounds in the past 11 months. And people have asked me, what have I done? And I'm very transparent about the things that I've done on my weight loss journey. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. One of the first things that I did is that I had to realize that I had to make some type of change in my life. I had to stop eating a lot of things and I had to reevaluate what I needed to do to achieve the goals, my weight loss goals that I had set for myself. And one of the first things that I did was I stopped drinking soda. I used to drink Coca-Cola every day, sometimes 3, 4 times a day. Um, so what the first thing that I did was I stopped drinking soda and I replaced it with, oh, one of those sparkling water drinks like LaCroix or Perrier or something like that. But I replaced it with that. And instead of adding sugar into it, I started using these little things right here. This is called Mio. So these are just the little sparkling water drinks or just the, what is it, like a little squirt that you can put in there to add a little flavor to it. So I started doing that. Um, Another thing that I did, let me see. Oh, let me stop. Let me back up. I started this weight loss journey in November of last year. So it's coming up on 1 year. So in 11 months, yes, I have lost 72 pounds. I started out at 277 and right now I am 205. And my goal is to get down to 190. That is just my first goal. So I'm going to reassess and reevaluate and see how I feel and how I look and if I want to continue on to lose more weight at that point. But one of the second things that I did was probably around, March, maybe February or March of this year, I decided to start taking one of the GLP-1 drugs or medications. And I won't say which one it is because it's the one that works best for me and my body and my system. But I decided that it was something additional that I needed to help me out at the time. And I'm still using it now. Um, you know, there's different levels that you can take. I chose to stay on one of the lower doses because I wanted to put the work in myself to contribute to my weight loss because to me I felt like it would be more sustainable than me just increasing this dosage from these medications and even though there's some side effects that go along with it, but if it's something that you're considering, I can tell you that it really does work and it worked for me, but I also had to put the work in as well. So I'm going to go back to some of the things that I mentioned that I stopped doing, um, or the things that I changed in my life on this journey of learning and transformation that I'm on. So one was, like I said, I stopped drinking soda. Second thing I did was when I was in a corporate space at the time, before I became an entrepreneur, I used to sit at my desk all day long, sometimes for hours on end. So I started getting up every few hours and just walking around the hallways for about 20 to 30 minutes just to try to get some type of exercise in. Um, and another thing that I did was this was in probably April of this year, I joined a weight loss community called Rebuild the Temple. It was with Aisha Freeman, and then she was on one of my past episodes, and I had her talk about Rebuild the Temple. But Rebuild the Temple actually helped me to start meal prepping, something that I hadn't done because I was so used to me ordering food out or getting food on the way home. I didn't even think about all the other additives that were in food. And I didn't know what they were. So at the time, I felt like that was something else that I can do to help contribute to me making a change or a shift in lifestyle to help me lose weight. Um, so meal prepping became something that I started doing probably in April of this year. And then after that, every time I hit a plateau, I felt like I needed to add something more to my regimen or my daily routine. And the next thing that I added was exercising. Now, I don't exercise all the time. I have a Peloton that looks at me every morning when I wake up. I don't always choose to get on it. I have gym equipment in my garage that I hardly ever get on, but when I do, I try to be intentional. And I may have those moments to where I'm on it every day. Then I'll stop and I may not get back on it for like another week. But I try to at least be intentional about getting on my Peloton uh, at least once a week. And, just me being transparent and honest in about 20 minutes. Now, there are times to where I do more than that, to where I do 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week. And there may be times to where I just don't get on it at all for a couple of weeks. And every time I start over, it's just, okay, this is day one. So I'm going to start over again to try to be intentional about adding a workout to my regimen. And I always say that I would rather have several day ones than several times of me saying one day. So instead of me saying one day I'm going to get on that Peloton, nope, this is day one again. So I get back up and I get on it. Or me saying, you know what, one day I'm going to lose weight. Nope, this is going to be day one on my weight loss journey. And then I'll continue to do it day two, day three. And if I fall off, I'll just start back over. Because I have had moments to where it's like, okay, uh, I want some fried food today, which is something else that I had to cut out. And I don't try to deprive myself of the things that I want to eat. I just try to limit how much I eat. Whereas before, so like I would go get some, let's just say Wingstop, and I go get 15 piece with a large fry and a large drink. Well, now, no, I may just get a 6 piece and not even eat all of it. And I'll eat half of it and then go back and eat the other half later. So it's just about intentional life changes to where I don't try to really, if I have a craving, if I want something, I don't try to deprive myself. I just limit how much I eat. Um, if I want, let's just say my favorite key lime pie, well, I don't have to eat an entire key lime pie or eat an entire slice. I can just portion how much I eat and be satisfied with a couple of bites and be okay with that. Um, so it's just about me being intentional about what I wanted to do and where I wanted to be. And I know some people probably say, oh, well, you're cheating because you're taking a weight loss medication. Well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. So you can say I'm cheating, but I'm gonna be cheating while I'm looking cute. So, um, but ultimately, you have to do what works for you. And I thought at the time that that was something that I felt like I wanted to try, and it has been working for me. So, yes, 72 pounds down, and I have about 15 more to go before I reach my first goal. And I'm trying to reach that by November 21st, which is my birthday. And I may not lose 15 pounds in, what is it, about 6 weeks away? And if I don't, it'll be okay because I know I'll lose something and I'll get close to that goal. So just because I missed the mark doesn't mean that I'm going to give up. I'm just going to keep on doing the things that I've done to get me to where I want to be. And eventually, my goal is to actually to stop taking the weight loss medication once I reach my goal and be able to sustain and maintain the weight that I'm at. But that takes a lot of intentionality. It takes a lot of determination, and it takes a lot of sacrifice to make sure that when I go out with people and they get whatever they want to get, I'm not tempted to do the same thing. I make sure that I stick to the things that I know, the goals that I've set for myself when I go out. And I may not get dessert, or I may not get a fried appetizer, or I may do something baked, um, or I may get a hamburger with a lettuce wrap because, these are things that I've set for myself. And I don't expect people to uh, conform. I don't expect people to want to conform to the things that I'm doing for myself. But if you ask me, I'm going to be transparent and tell you about what I've done because it has worked for me and it is working for me. So, um, if you guys are interested in wanting to know more about how I've lost weight and some of the things that I've done, I'll be more than happy to tell you. And the reason why I'm putting this solo podcast out, I'm just going to tell you guys, I had some technical difficulties this past week. And a couple episodes I had to record, and I didn't want to just not put out something. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to give you guys a little piece of me and just tell you about how I've lost these 72 pounds in 11 months. So, if you guys are interested in knowing more about my journey of learning and transformation, I like to call my jolt, as I catapulted myself into um, this new spirit of me, then you guys let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to share more information about my journey of learning and transformation, whether it's through my fitness journey, my health journey, or just me telling you about how I am becoming the CEO of my life. So thank you guys so much for listening. And once again, if this is your first time watching, please make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification button, okay? All right, well, you guys already know that the journey to the top of any mountain begins with one single step. So don't stop, keep climbing, and make sure that you guys keep that energy. Peace.